welcome back to the stream, everybody. That was Helena Prison from the Legend soundtrack, of course, and that was by Garrett Turney, who, as I believe, like I said last time I streamed this game, which, oh god, was over a month ago now, this dude has done a pile of covers of songs from this game. Probably going to be hearing quite a bit of that stuff prior to me streaming. But yeah. That's... That be that. Excuse me while I just kind of ramble for a little bit here and speak gibberish. Pretty tired. Technically, this is a long weekend, but it kind of wasn't because I was still working Friday and I have to work tomorrow. So, you know. Yay. Anyway. But, once again, unsurprisingly, I don't have a lot of time to stream tonight because, again, I'm working again tomorrow. I feel like that's the thing I have to say at the beginning of every one of these now. However, because there have been a few video game related developments that I've been meaning to talk about for weeks now, and I haven't gotten around to any of them. One thing I'm just going to say up front is the whole, I'll probably go into further depth talking about this despite the fact that it's definitely old news at this point. But the Switch 2 reveal, the Switch Direct that happened before that, and the fuckery going on with the pre-orders, I have some thoughts about all of that stuff, but I'm not going to get into that now because I'm probably good for an hour if I start talking about that. However, one thing I do want to get out ahead of, because supposedly it's going to take effect tomorrow, is, once again, as we have for the last, I feel like it's been a year or maybe more now, we've gotten more rumors about an Oblivion Remaster or remake or something. Last week, we supposedly had leaked screenshots of it, and, the confirmation that it's going to be shadow dropped tomorrow, April 21st, we're going to apparently just boom out of the blue, get a full remake of Oblivion. I don't know. And this isn't like the fan remake that's being made with the Skyrim engine that they've been working on for years and have been repeatedly giving us progress updates of. That's also apparently coming out sometime this year. I could be wrong. Me, personally, I think I have higher hopes that the fan remake is coming out rather than an official remake. Because I honestly don't think... I mean, it's possible, but it would be really strange if Bethesda and Microsoft just fucking dropped a remake of one of their biggest games. Well, Bethesda's biggest games, anyway. Out of the blue, without any sort of marketing. Because again, all we've had so far are several leaked rumors, and I think there were 4 screenshots released last week, which... it sure does look like it could be Oblivion. But it's kind of hard to tell from static screenshots, and we know how easy it is to fake this kind of thing. Maybe this is me being cynical. Perhaps after tomorrow I'll be proven wrong. I don't think, odds are pretty high of that. But, hey, you know, we'll see. And the other funny thing, too, of course, is I've been posting these videos to YouTube, as I always do. I am now 2 months behind again. I was on top of it pretty well for a while. So this is a comment going out to future Steve, either congratulations on being able to spot bullshit, or my condolences for you being entirely wrong about this not being a real thing. One or the other. Because this could age terribly depending on how that goes. But yeah, no, I don't see it. I don't see that that's a thing that's actually being made, and yet everyone has been treating it as if it's like the God-given truth now. It's like, oh, it's definitely being released, and it's definitely being released this month. Again, as early as tomorrow, apparently it's coming out. Despite the fact we've heard nothing about it. It just seems strange to me, and I don't really see that happening. Vaguely related to that, I need another drink of tea, because apparently, despite the fact I decided I was actually going to stream briefly tonight, my voice is starting to go. Yes, good. Vaguely related to that, I saw another report there a little while ago, about apparently, supposedly, and there haven't been as many sources leaking this, that, we are getting another Fallout spin-off done by Obsidian, a la New Vegas. And at the very least, the few little bits of reporting I've seen on this, I'm not the only person who thinks that's bullshit, because it seems very unlikely that we're going to get another Fallout game before Fallout 5 comes out, whenever the hell that's going to be. Because, well, especially one made by Obsidian, because Obsidian just released a really big game for them, Avowed. That only came out, what, last month? And they've already announced that they're working on the sequel to Outer Worlds, which is essentially their sort of thing with Fallout. Kind of like Fallout, I suppose I should say. Played a bit of the original. It's not a whole lot like Fallout, but it gives that vibe. I really have to get back to that. I did enjoy the little bit of it I played. Anyway. Hello, Baked. Welcome back to the stream. Hopefully you're having a lovely day. But yeah, so anyway, apparently they're saying that Obsidian is going to be making a Fallout spin-off. They've already got it in the works, and it could be released as early as next year. I don't buy that. Because again, Obsidian just released Avowed last month. They're working on Outer Worlds 2, and they're honestly not a very big studio. And that's by intent. Like, they want to keep themselves as a lean studio, and they are, like, successively releasing projects, and I think they've already announced the stuff they're working on. So I sincerely doubt they're going to be able to cram a whole Fallout game in between all of the other stuff that they're doing. So, I don't know. Again, maybe this is me getting cynical on my age, but I sincerely doubt it. So yeah, if you want my bottom line consensus, Oblivion Remake actually coming out next week? Yeah, probably not. Fallout spin-off made by Obsidian? Hell no, I doubt that's actually in the works. And, I don't know, I just gotta let, because I've seen so much reporting about this supposed Oblivion remake, and all of them are treating it as if it's a true thing, despite the fact it hasn't officially been stated it's coming out. And I mean, you know, this is just the nature of the beast. I mean, everyone's got an opinion. Opinions are like assholes, as the old saying goes. But I've seen a lot of people say that, of course, Oblivion should get a remake because, you know, it didn't age well. And then I see other articles saying that Oblivion shouldn't get a remake because it's aged relatively well. I'm on the camp that I don't really think Oblivion really needs a remake. Not that it's aged overly well, because let's be honest, it hasn't, at least graphically. I mean, that's a lie. The character models are really shitty. But that's part of the charm of it, in my opinion. Like, the environments still look pretty beautiful in Oblivion, let's be real. But, my fear is, and this is also the case with the fan remake, even though I've got more hopes in the fan remake of Oblivion, is that the thing that makes Oblivion unique, that makes it stand out from Skyrim, is because it's such a weird fucking game. There are so many odd ways that the game could break that are baked into the system that I don't think can ever be replicated again. So whether it's an official remake or a fan remake, that weird little insane magic that made that game unique, I doubt they're going to be able to replicate it. So, I don't know, if there is indeed an official Oblivion remake that's being released, I honestly don't know if I have any interest in getting it. The fan remake I might, because odds are that's going to be free. But, you know, I might even try it anyway. But, I just, well, hell, I was streaming Oblivion. I haven't played any Oblivion in, I think, 2 years now, despite the fact that I was heavy into that for a little bit, so I think I need to get back to that. And, you know, actually carry on with that, especially now with all the rumblings about it. But, hey. Anyway, there's not really a whole lot else I can say about that, beyond the fact that I kind of think that these rumors are bullshit, that there's an Oblivion remake coming out. Yes, kapow, exactly. My one really kind of crappy emote, which is Dranik from Oblivion. I love that, you know, my player character from Oblivion. I love that I made that, and I have not played any Oblivion since. On top of all the other things I'm currently doing. No, I really do need to get back to that, because again, every now and then I stop and think about it, and I realize that what I was doing is I was trying to get through the game as much as I possibly could with as many people following me, and that just seems like a fun thing to do. One thing I will probably do when I go back to stream Oblivion, if I can do it without breaking the save, is I did install a number of mods. I'm going to keep most of them, but there was one I added that kind of extended the cities and added a few different quest lines. I might take that mod out and put everything back to its vanilla layout in terms of that, because I don't know if I'm going to be... It's bad enough that it's going to probably take me another 5 years to tackle the rest of the game, because you gotta remember, I started streaming Oblivion into 2020. It's been 5 years. And I have a number of games that I was streaming that I laid off of that I do want to get back to. I think Oblivion has the longest gap. And yes, I know that Alwa's Awakening and Chorus are two games in particular that I really get back to. I think it's been nearly a year since I last played Alwa. Maybe not a year, maybe 6 months. Anyway. But yeah, no, like I said, that's my take on that. I just find all these rumors about an Oblivion remake silly, and I don't think it's actually happening. If it actually does, then I'll eat my head. No, I won't eat my head. I'm not going to Werner Herzog this. I can't remember what it was, but there was a bet Werner Herzog made with some other director about, like, if he was ever going to release a certain film or something like that. I can't remember what it was. But he very specifically made the bet that if such and such a thing were to come to pass, I'll eat my shoes. Such and such a thing did come to pass. Werner Herzog did eat his shoes. He made a production of it. It was quite literally filmed. He boiled his shoe, I think, for over 4 hours and made a stew out of it, and he ate it. Because Werner Herzog is a madman. Alwa's Awakening was one of the first games you streamed. Oh, nice. Yeah, I did really enjoy that game, the little bit of it I played. I only played it like twice on stream. I think I got to a boss that I had trouble with, so I went off and did some exploring, and I was like, yeah, I streamed this again. I'll devote a bit of time to actually trying to take out the boss. Haven't gotten back to it. Because life, essentially. But I do need to get back and finish that. I think the large part of it was I wanted to lay aside enough time to stream so I could actually devote some time to trying to beat that boss, and then switch over to something else so that my stream isn't just me trying to beat the one boss over and over again. And lo and behold, I haven't had any more than 2 hours to rub together to stream anything ever since. So, there's that. Also, there's the Project Zomboid. Hello, Rolls. Welcome back to the stream. Hopefully you're having a lovely day, and good luck on this errand you're apparently running out on. But yeah, anyway, that was actually a fairly quick ramble. I didn't go off as long of a tangent as I thought I would with that. So, yeah, which is good, because I don't have a lot of time to play around with.